On to you, Geminis. You have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and you Geminis have the Five of Cups. So, um, those are crows. That's good luck, baby. That's good luck. Crows are good luck. But anyway, I wish a crow would fly on the windowsill right now. Give it something. But anyway, the King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords for you, Geminis. This speaks to a perceived perception that somebody had about you and how it pretty much backfired. Someone thought that they could really play you out with some sort of financial gain, right? If they offered you something, you'll do something that they want. And that's not how you Geminis was operating at all. You Geminis wasn't really moving like that at all. And this person didn't really take into consideration how much honor and integrity a lot of you Geminis have. That you would turn down money, or you would stop hanging out with said person because they actually are going about it the wrong way. So in other words, because like a lot of times people will think that Geminis are like down for anything. And absolutely, some Geminis are. Some Geminis are. But then you'll be surprised that what the Geminis are not when they not going for it. Like you'll be surprised that you'll be like, oh, you actually, oh, okay. Telling you, I'm telling y'all, with Geminis, with y'all, it'll be a turn in the corner. Y'all will, it'll look a particular kind of way. And then the Geminis will be like, no, I'm not doing that. And then you'll be like, you'll be like, yo, this person had a mean sidestep for me. What's going on? Yeah, that's because that's the Mercurial, you still ruled by Mercury. At the end of the day, that's the Mercurial energy that Mercury is coming with. And that's why it is that I be saying that they don't be knowing Geminis and Virgos and Pisces. They don't be knowing those zodiac signs. They act like they do. But they, truth be told, they have a better chance at understanding Scorpio than they, if I'm being serious, they got a better chance at understanding Scorpio than they understand a Gemini, than they understand a Virgo or a Pisces. They do, because Gemini being ruled by Mercury, a lot of the times people don't understand that the word Mercurial comes from the word Mercury, meaning that what it is that you think that you're getting is not what it is that it's not what it is that you actually get. And that the cookie cutter, like when it comes to like the cookie cutter answers, what people think should work is not necessarily going to work depending on how advanced the Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces is. So in other words, people will look at you for your body and all of that, and you Geminis know good and well that you have body, but you want someone to look at you for your body. Absolutely. You still want someone that you're going to be romantically interested in, to still be interested in yourself. But at the same time, you also want them to understand that you have other skills that you are willing to bring to the table, that you are bringing to the table with. I don't know what's going on. This is New York. But you are, yo, what's going on? Damn. Sorry about that. This is New York, There's always going to be something. I don't know what's going on. But and this is when a lot of people really can't take you Geminis. And what I mean when I say they can't take you, I mean they don't understand you. And this is where the misunderstandings and the infighting happens, the disagreements, the conflict with no conflict resolution happens. It's because they don't want to deal with you from a perspective of you have your own thoughts, and you have your own mind, and they don't want to get to know you. And the eight of, and see, this is why you got the Eight of Cups and the Temperance. The Temperance is Sagittarius, your opposite zodiac sign, right? And it speaks to you pulling from that polarity. It speaks to the wisdom that a lot of you Geminis bestow, right? Or not bestow, you have, excuse me. Bestow is to give it to somebody else. But you just know game. A lot of you Geminis have become very much so street smart, in the sense that, like, you were street smart before, because Sagittarius rules over scholastic, right? Book smarts, right? Cracking open the book. But then at the same time, Gemini represents actually going to the streets, hitting the streets, finding out how to become street smart, knowing how to operate and how to move based upon based upon like just your own internal observation and everything else that come from you, right? How to adapt yourself. And the thing about it is that this is why you got the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups represents it didn't work out between you and this person, because this person probably didn't even know you for a very long time, right? And if they did know you for a long time, then they better have actually known something about you deeply, because there'll be people who will hang around you Geminis for long periods of time and still and really, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people who don't know you in falsehood, but they do know something about you, but they don't want to deal with you based upon what your hand is called for. And what I mean by that is, like, those type of people who will name stuff about you that they know good and well that's not even really true, because they know what type of time you working with. It's just that like, for instance, right? I'm gonna use myself as an example. People will consider me a player, right? And people will come up with the excuse of, oh, well, I'm not gonna rock with you because you may cheat on me, type stuff. Now, once again, that's a misnomer. That's the BS that people come up with so that they could stay in the dysfunction. Because I don't have that kind of time. Like, I can cheat if I want to. I have offers and stuff like this. I have had offers, but right while I was in a relationship with somebody, or while I was talking to somebody or whatnot, I still didn't cheat. So it's like a lot of the times people's talking points are real inconsistent about me. One minute it's I'm a player, the next minute is they not gonna do this because it, you know what I'm saying, because of this. And it's like, it's real inconsistent. Is it that you don't think that I have money? Is it that you think that I'm poor, or I'm low class, or I'm lower class? Even though nobody actually reveals the exact number of how much is in their pockets or what their net worth is. Nobody does that. Not even the rich do that. Or is it that you think I'm a player, or you think that I can't get anybody else? Like, what is it? And it's never actually consistent, right? And it's like, this is how it is that you know that at the end of the day, it's not really real because of the inconsistency, right? Like, the inconsistency is there because it's a blaring kind of thing. It's not real. It's not real. And the same thing goes for you Geminis, right? Like the inconsistency that some people show you, they're inconsistent because they don't want to actually deal with you Geminis from the perspective of what your hand is called for. They would have to treat you Geminis well. And the thing is that I'm teaching you Geminis, this is how you know that people be BSing. Is because the better off you become is the more of an excuse that people need to act like there's something wrong with you when your presentation is quite good. So they be on some BS and they don't want to admit that, because they be trying hard. Like, at that point, the better off you are is the more a person has to try hard to make it seem like you are the problem, when overwhelmingly you're not. Overwhelmingly, a person's dysfunctions is put on Front Street. So you Geminis was getting to know this person, and this person's dysfunctions really came to the front, from the back seat. You know, it really showed itself. It really made itself very much so overwhelmingly glaring. And then the Two of Wands represents, but at the same time, their dependency started to kick in. So it's like, as much as they tried to make it seem like you Geminis were the problem, you know what I'm saying, you Geminis actually are not, because y'all did your own thing. Y'all trying to get to know the person. And then now you Geminis don't care, and you're moving forward to somebody else. Now it's like they're looking at what you Geminis got going on, whether it's spying on your page, whether it is texting you, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot to get your attention, whether it's texting you stupid stuff to get your attention, is irrelevant. The Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune right here is about, because you Geminis just aren't going for that. Like, all you Geminis needed was some help to be able to understand, like, what exactly are you looking at? Like, why is it that relationships are so hard to deal with? And now you Geminis have a profound, well, not just one answer, but profound answers, detailed understandings as to what exactly is going on here. This is why a lot of my readings have to be very long. It's because to break down the game for y'all to understand why. I don't anybody come in here talking about, oh, you take it too long. Oh, that's an automatic block. I ain't even gonna say anything. Just block you, because again, I can give you readings. First and foremost, I'm gonna do whatever it is that I want to do on my page. I don't know why goofies who are not me constantly have my in their mouth, and you should keep it, by the way. I don't want that back if you go have it in your mouth, constantly telling me about what I need to be doing. The reason why, and I've said it a number of times, the reason why it is that I do this type of stuff, why the readings is long, is because I want y'all to understand what's actually happening here, so that when I make these videos, y'all can have an in-depth understanding as to what's really going on. I can give you a reading, and you could not learn anything. You don't have to learn. You ain't so fast you don't learn anything. Or I can give you a reading and break down the game to you so that you can actually get a peace of mind. You have answers that you can use for the rest of your life, because now your eyes have been opened to what is actually going on here. And a lot of times, see, what's going to happen is, a lot of the times people use the method of, they just going to tell you just enough to get you coming back. My perspective on the whole thing is, and this is what it is I'm talking about, those individuals are worried about the money. They're in it only for the money. They're in it only for the game, and they're not going to be transparent about it. For me, I'm from the perspective of, I ain't got to worry about how much information I give you, because this is the thing. A lot of people in the past who have betrayed me, they so stupid, don't understand. There's always more to learn. There's always more to do. So they think that they getting away with something, right? They running off and all of this. They just played they self, because they so stupid. They're not even paying attention. There's always more to learn. So no matter how much I tell you right now, there's always more to learn. It's never ending. There is no end to this thing. There is no beginning to this thing. There's always more to learn. You understand what I'm saying? So the Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune right here is about how you Geminis have too much self-respect to be going through the nonsense that you go through. So, and the Knight of Cups is, so you gonna put your best foot forward with someone that understands the value that you bring into the table, and that they respect themselves enough to actually know what it looks like when someone is stepping to them correctly, and take advantage of the fact that the person is stepping to them correctly and get into a relationship with y'all that is worthwhile. That's the kind of relationship that you Geminis are looking for. The Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands represents, and you haven't found that person yet for now, right? Some of you have, obviously. But for some of you Geminis, you haven't found that person yet. You're going to go ahead and continue to look. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. The Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, Magician, and then you have the Seven of Swords. Oh, almost forgot. Four of Pentacles. To clarify the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords and the three. Oh no, I can't clarify that. Seven of Cups. Excuse me. The Seven of Cups and the Magician right here for you Geminis. Listen. You have plenty of options, but a lot of you Geminis understand that a lot of those options don't mean anything that you want long term. Like I remember being with somebody and somebody who I liked for a very long time finally started to show me play because I was engaged to the Libra. Nah. So options, but for what? This person only started to become more in my face with trying to get me to, chase up on after them or whatever. When I was married, not married, when I was engaged, no, not married, thankfully. But when I was engaged, Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles represents how a lot of you Geminis, nah, you can see it. You can see the antics now that's coming from a mile away. And the reason why is because, you Geminis really understand that you really got to start, everyone got to treat themselves with respect. And that, people can cheat and all of that, but a lot of you Geminis are coming to the realization of what for.